Hey, Kent Clothier here. Just wanted to quickly film a demo of the FindCompsNow website. There's been a lot of chatter out there, people talking about how great a tool it is and what have you, and I just wanted to kind of chime in here and give you my 2 cents. This is one of our products. This is one of our sites that we manage and put out there for the general public to use. It's really intended for the real estate investor. So with that in mind, let me just show you quickly how to use it here. When you go in there, you type in an address. It's going to try to autocomplete for you. When it does that, you simply hit search, and then it's going to take a couple seconds and go out there and find the property. Now, the site is intended to basically provide an investor-friendly way to look at data. That's probably the easiest way I could say it. So here's what I mean by that. As soon as this map populates, what it's doing right now is it's actually mapping all of the cash buyer transactions and retail transactions and private lender transactions in an area. That's why it takes a little bit to load here. I'm going to zoom in on my target property. So right here, you can see that that's the target property, 906 Fox Point Circle, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, $319,000 of the value. I don't really use this, and this was never really intended to give you a great comp per se. What it was really intended to do, and the way I would highly advise you to use it, is to look around the area to see what's selling in a very visual way, right? So every one of these red dots represents a cash transaction, right? Every one of these blue dots represents a retail transaction, meaning basically it wasn't an investor that bought it. A mortgage was recorded on it, a retail mortgage. And every one of the greens is somebody that we can say to a high degree of certainty bought with private money. So as an investor, I'm looking around and I can see, hey, there's a lot of activity in the area for cash transactions. There's a lot of activity in the area for private lending transactions. There's a lot of activity, and all I'm doing here is just kind of zooming in and out here to show you. There's a lot of activity in the area here for private lenders, retailers, whatever the case may be. Now, all that being said, here's the way I would use it. Now you can also, let me just tell you, you can scroll down here to the bottom and see a list. Here's 1 through 5 of 30 entries of the cash transactions. So you can see here's the person that bought, here's the price they paid, here's the date it closed, here's the square footage, the year built. I mean, you get some, again, very, very basic rudimentary information. Here's all private lender transactions, the price they paid. Again, those are done with private money. Here's all the retail transactions. As an investor, here's what I would advise you to do. When you get something under contract, you go in here, it's a free tool, and you look around and see who's paying cash in the area. Click on each one of these. You can see here's a guy right here, Kenneth Spiegel. He just paid $545 on May 6th, right there in the exact same neighborhood. Give him a call. It's not going to be that difficult to find him. This same thing with this transaction, right? There's an LLC that just paid cash. Here's a guy that paid cash. Here's all the red represent people that just paid cash. All the green represent other private investors that used private money. So that's basically use it to cultivate and harvest information in your area. Now, is it the end all be all? No, it's not, because at the end of the day, you know, we haven't made it easy for you in this free tool to go and market to these people or anything else. That's obviously what our Find Cash Buyers Now software is intended to do. So, you know, that's the natural progression here, is to make it really simple to market to these cash buyers and get the phone ringing for these cash buyers and get even more data on them, is to upgrade to the paid version of our software. But for the free tool, this is what you can do right now. And the way to get the data is, all you have to do is simply register. Put a name, email address, you know, phone, all that kind of good stuff in there. And from that point forward, we will provide you with all this data for free. Hope that helps.